Joining me now to talk about El Caudillo, the great Jack Posobiec, host of Human Events Daily, which is killing it out there. Jack, why is my sister having to learn about how horrible Franco is from a man who should appreciate him?
Well, it's really interesting, Jesse. So in Spain, and this is something that I've learned in just recent history, as opposed to just Franco, which is almost a century ago now. But so Spain has this law now called the Democratic Memory Act, Act 52. What's the Democratic Memory Act, you will? Well, passed in 2007, also known as the Historical Memory Act, was an attempt to move towards justice, including measures such as renaming streets, renaming institutions, and prohibiting the glorification of what they call the Franco regime, aimed at organizations like the Franco Foundation, which struck challenges to the law. So basically, what they've done in Spain since 2007 is actually ban anyone from discussion of Francisco Franco and the Spanish Civil War from a positive perspective. You're allowed to talk about him in a negative perspective, but if you bring up any of the positive aspects of his rule, or simply talk about the negative aspects of who he was fighting, then you run up against this act. Now, I didn't know about this act until really just a couple of days ago, because over the Christmas break at Human Events Daily, we take time off, so we pre-record specials. We call them evergreens. We go into history. We talk about things that people, may have heard of, but may not know the whole story on, and we really go in depth. And this year, we went all in on a series we called The Chronicles of the Revolution. The Chronicles of the Revolution, we went through leftist uprisings around the world and spent, just about one day on each revolution, and went through myself and Blake Neff, who works with us now. He used to work with Tucker Carlson. And one episode we did was the Spanish Civil War. And we said, it turns out that everything you heard about the Spanish Civil War was a lie, because Francisco Franco wasn't some crazy fascist who was trying to take over the country. In fact, he was trying to save the country from the crazy communists. Well, now it turns out that saying something like that gets you banned in Spain. So on X, they cannot actually link to the episodes of it. You've got a lot of Spanish Twitter that's now linking to, or they're DMing and messaging and tagging, I guess, Elon Musk and saying, Elon, you got to help us get around this. So they can't even watch the episode. But Jesse, it's going completely viral. Until then, we've got hundreds of thousands, honestly, over 500,000 views on this thing. It's even going higher than that. And I think it's quite simple, because this was the guy who actually beat the left the one time that they were completely beaten in over a century.
You like history? You want to talk a little bit of Franco history? Go to thefirsttv.com/history. It gives you access to not only our Franco special, which is available right now, it gives you access to all of them. But go find out the truth about Francisco Franco.